Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, you diesel heathens. So, I am now working on mounting up the Predator. Yeah, it's going better than I thought it would. Might be fighting a little packaging issues, like mounting it to the motor in the truck. But right now, I'm not so worried about that. What I'm going to be showing you is mounting the drive pulley to my Leroy Diesel billet crank pulley. I have everything all measured out, holes marked, but I'm going to show you guys what that looks like, and then we're going to get it checked over there in the drill press, and we will start drilling and tapping to mount the pulley. But I will flip the camera around and show you guys how I measured everything, how I got it centered, and we will go from there on getting her checked up in the drill press and get some holes put in this thing. Alright, so it's going to look about like that. As you can see, I'm going to have to kind of radius the new hub for the Predator pump to clear the flanges on the crank pulley bolts just a skosh, maybe a 1/4 inch on each, but that's about where it's going to sit. The Cummins harmonic balancer flange bolts are obviously a lot smaller than the 6.5s, so this is intended for a Cummins application. As you guys all know that from Power Driven, of course it's for your Cummins. But as you can see, I got my 4 holes marked. What I did was measured, you can kind of see the ring around right here on the outside. What I did was measured center to center on these. And I will show you some old school tools I got to help me do the job. I believe I left it over here. Where'd I put it? Oh yeah, right here. Some old school machinist tools that, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but for a 24-year-old, a lot of 24-year-olds nowadays don't know how to use something like these or something like this. But measured it, and then I set it with this and used the center of the pulley, marked out my circle like so, and then what I did was used my Mitty dial caliper, measured hole to hole here and here, divided that in half, so that's how I was able to get center between the 6.5 crank pulley holes, measured center to center all the way around, marked the cross, and then where the lines intersected between this flange and the circle, and then all my center marks, that's where I put my four marks with the center punch. And then we're gonna see, it's kind of crude, but as you can see, all 4 lined up nice and centered. So that guy will bolt to this guy, get that drilled out, tapped out, and then once that is mounted, I will be able to mark this and kind of clearance it out, probably like a sander bit or maybe a burr bit at first to chunk it out, and then I'll smooth it out with a sander bit on my die grinder, just kind of clean it up, make it nice, no burrs, nothing like that, and then that will be mounted, and then we'll get to mounting the pump itself. But I wanted to walk you guys through my thoughts and my process on mounting, making Cummins parts and 6.5 parts work in perfect harmony. But we will get this chucked up in the drill press, guys, and get these 4 drilled out, and then we'll get them tapped out, thread chased. I always like to run a thread chaser after the tapping, especially in aluminum, just to make sure all the threads are cleaned out nice, smooth, no burrs in the threads, especially when doing aluminum. It likes to ball up and gall up sometimes, but keep your tap nice and lubed and go slow with it. Don't try and ram it all the way down hole first try. Just kind of work it in, make sure it doesn't gall up, and we will go from there. Get her all tapped out, get this mounted, get it clearanced, boom, put this back on the engine, boom, and then we will get to mounting the pump. But let's get this checked up in the drill press, guys, and cut some holes. too dang. Like they always say, a blind dog gets a bone every once in a while. That turned out perfect, guys. Sorry. We ended up going with a M12 bolt because that's what the Cummins has to hold the balancer on. So that's what these holes were drilled out for, was an M12 to keep it nice and centered and tight. Got all four drilled out, tapped out. Haven't cleaned them out fully yet. I just wanted to make sure that all my measurements worked out perfect. Everything threaded in perfect. What I will do now is mark on these how much I need to clearance out in between the bolts. Right here and here. And then I will take it all back apart, grind that off, clean it, repaint it, and then I will clean out all the holes that I drilled and tapped, get all the grease out. And then I will put it all back together once the paint's dried on the hub. I will probably use red Loctite on these, maybe blue or red, I haven't decided yet. The thread engagement isn't as much as I thought it was going to be, but it will be fine with Loctite and everything, and it'll be nice and tight. It won't move. Loctite it in nice. I might use blue just for serviceability, but I would like red for the strength, and it'll hold up a little better, and maybe the higher horsepower, higher RPM stuff, plus the 6.5 is kind of a rattly turd anyways. With all the timing and everything, it kind of shakes a lot at idle, but I think it'll be fine with the blue. Just get it nice and tight. Maybe put some on the flange of it so it'll Loctite the flange as well and keep it from shimmying on the pulley. We'll play around with it and see how it works, but finally got that bad boy mounted up there, and we will get this, like I said, clearanced out, and then we can bolt this back on the engine onto the fluid dampener, and then we can get to mounting the pump itself. So let me God, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Let me take this back off. We'll get these guys clearanced out, and then we'll get it painted back on, throw it on the engine over there. But yeah, hold on, let me clean the phone screen real quick. Whoa, way better. Alright guys, so I might cut this video a little short here, just to kind of give you guys a little update. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but that's just how it's been working. I finally had a chance to get these holes drilled out, tapped out, mounted up. So I will I'll cut the video here, and the next part will be getting that pulley clearance, getting her mounted back up, and I will show you guys kind of the mock-up of the pump itself to the engine, where it's going to kind of sit, and what kind of clearance issues I might be facing with lower radiator hose and things like that. But awesome, thanks guys for tuning in. This was kind of a big deal, getting all these custom parts figured out and mounted up, and just one step closer to hearing sweet, sweet race tractor noises. So thanks for watching guys. Like, subscribe, share. Share with your Dodge guys, your Chevy guys, your 6.5 guys, everybody. This includes everybody using parts intended for a hot rod Cummins on a hot rod 6.5. So if you like hot rods, you'll like this. Thanks guys, and I will catch you on the next one.